Hey, what's up, guys? It is Gun Thug here. I'm coming at you live, and I think we're actually right here at the start of the match. I just want to let everyone know, although usually I do these commentaries on my own. My little brother Trevor is standing right here. He's 10 years old, so he's about twice the mind I am, and he's the next prodigy. I think PSL 22, 23. He's going to be coming out of his shell and hopefully taking the scene by storm. But we're started here, so no time for fluff. We'll get right into it. We got the leads. We're Infernate versus Uxie. Infernate bounces out with an early U-turn. It's going to do about 24% damage. I'm guessing based off of that damage, we're probably now looking at Banded. I think that there's a good chance it's going to be a Scarfed Infernate. We did not see Life Orb damage tick away here, which is indicative, I think, of a Scarf set or maybe some side of Expert Belt, Shuka set, something different. Uxie went ahead and just laid rocks pretty safe there against the lead Infernape. Definitely Spain got the better of the lead matchup. And then we see Linken bounce out the Tyranitar. Usually Tyranitar is going to have the advantage in this matchup, obviously, but what I've seen here is that Uxie runs a decent amount of speed and can usually bounce out with a U-turn here and doesn't really care too much about pursuit. We see a yawn. Okay, and Spain used to run this kind of team all the time. I used to pretty much expect a yawn Uxie lead from Spain every time I played him. The issue now is that Pursuit, even without him switching out, is doing enough damage, but Lincoln's not going to stay in and risk it. He's not going to take the sleep. U-turn from Uxie on the Swampert switch, so Spain gets the momentum here, and that's, I think, going to benefit him early. And at this point, I mean, I think Uxie's kind of accomplished its job. It kept rocks off the field, it put rocks onto the field, and it's exposed 3 of Lincoln's team members. So definitely a good start there from Spain. He's going to go to Sizer. I think we'll see probably Banded Sizer here. And it does, looks like 39% damage. I have to calc that to see if that's banded damage or not. I don't think that it's Scarf damage. I think Scarf would do probably closer to about 25 to 30%. So let's see. We see a Life Orb Surf coming from Spain. I wonder if this is the team. Man, Spain used to use this team a lot. I feel like there was an old PSL game I'm remembering where he ran a very similar team to this, where that Life Orb tick from Suicune actually ended up losing him the game. We see a very weak Ice Beam come in from Swampert on a yawn. Lincoln going to have to certainly make a decision here as to whether he wants to switch out and reveal another member of his team, or if he wants to stay in and let Swampert go to sleep. And he's going to go ahead and bounce out. We're seeing very quick moves here. I think that's one thing we know about Spain and Lincoln is that they don't waste their time. We see another yawn come from Spain. That was a good predict there, making sure something is going to take a sleep here as long as Uxie stays alive. And it will until something hits it with that leftovers tick. So Tyranitar, if you're Lincoln, no, you're going to bounce out again. You're going to go to Skarmory. We see a U-turn here. I don't agree with that move. I say you yawn until you die there. You got 13 more ticks of it, and now you're not coming back in. You don't survive rocks damage, so I think that was a misplay there by Spain. He's going to go to Suicune anyways, and Lincoln really does not have a switch to it that I can see thus far, but I think we're going to see a Blissey here. I really would expect a team with a Swampert, Tyranitar, Skarmory kind of core. I mean, Blissey to come out by now if we would see one. Is that a Spadef Skarmory? 55% to Life Orb Surf. I don't know. Oh, someone has joined the match called Why Not Yawn Again. I was just saying that, so I just want to take a little bit of credit. I feel like I beat this guy to the punch. I agree. I totally agree there. And now Spain, here he is. He's in a situation where he's probably going to have to boost to be able to overcome this Roost Skarmory. And by the time, I mean, Skarm could very easily whirlwind and get him out of there. And he doesn't have a lot of extra setup turns here. So it looks like Spain's going to go for some sort of crit or something, which is the only way he's going to break it. I don't think this is a good situation. I mean, at this point, even if he were to get out now, he's going to lose this Suicune the next time it comes in. He'll Calm Mind, another Roost here from Lincoln, so we caught him there. Where was that last turn? I think he's a day late and a dollar short there, having lost 24% health to Life Orb and I guess it'd be 22% health to Life Orb and Sandstorm Tick. So I don't know. We're seeing now a slightly more threatening Suicune, but one that Skarmory can still probably roost past. It's going to do 68, 70 or so. 81%, and he's going to Whirlwind. That's it. Well, I mean, a goal accomplished. Skarm's pretty much gone now. I mean, Lucario is certainly one of the things Skarmory attempts to handle, attempts to check, and at this point, it certainly cannot with 25% health. So I guess if you're Spain now, you have to wonder, do you just attack here, knowing that Linken doesn't really have anything that switches in? I mean, you've got 27% on Swampert too, so nothing's coming in on this. We haven't seen a ghost yet with Skarmory, which means Spike Stack. There's probably a ghost waiting in the background. And so we could see a ghost come in here. I don't think you're going to crunch here and risk Skarmory roosting back up to a high enough health to do that whole song and dance again. So I think we'll see a close combat here from Spaint. That's kind of the no-nonsense play, and Linken is forced to reveal a Pokemon that can handle it or go down. And for once, it seems the two players are giving some thought to their moves. One perhaps both calking. I don't really know what the calc is here. Okay, so Linken forced to reveal his ghost. We see the close combat from Spaint. Let's see if no Sandstorm tick or no leftovers tick on Rotom. I'm guessing it's Scarfed. I generally just guess that. We're going to see the crunch come in. It is Colbur. The crit negates it, but it still goes ahead and lives it and gets the Will-O-Wisp up. There's the tech. I actually think I mentioned earlier in this season, I'm surprised we don't see more Colbur Rotom. And it comes in there. We see a good pain split, but the defense drop is going to hurt it because now essentially Lucario's back to its normal to doing 65% damage, except even more with the defense drop. We also see a Rotom that is outsped by Lucario. Could it be Jolly Lucario, or is it just a bulky Rotom? I'd say probably a bulky Rotom, given how little damage that crunch did. So the close combat takes out Swampert. We have Infernape here who had better have Mach Punch. And I guessed earlier, speculated that it would be a Scarf set, and it does not have Mach Punch, so it's going to eat an extreme speed. We see probably a U-turn come in here, so that's not bad by Linken, knowing he'll bounce out next turn, but I think if you're Spaint, you probably feel safe thinking he's locked into that U-turn. And if he outspeeds you now, you know he's Scarfed, because you're probably Scarfed too. Although, I don't know, I mean, well, we haven't seen a Scarfer from Spaint yet, so yeah, okay. So we know that's Scarfed Infernape now, that's been confirmed. Oh, I see. So, okay, so Spain's a little late to the party here, figuring out now that was a Scarfed Infernape. I don't know why he didn't deduce that right away, but, alas, so we did see the result of me versus Spaintakula last week. So, Skarmory going to just kind of keep being the thorn in Spain's side. He's going to come in ill-advised and lose his Suicune here. That did him absolutely nothing. I don't know. I don't know why he did that. Whew. So, I mean, now he's at the point, I don't think you can bring Sizer in here, because I don't think Bullet Punch kills, and I think Skarmory outspeeds. I think we just saw that U-turn does exactly 4% to Skarmory, so you can't really bring Flygon in without allowing something a free setup. I don't know what Uxie has 8%, so they come in on rocks and die. I mean, I think what you can do here is come in with Sizer and Superpower. That way Skarmory cannot roost. But we've got a 34, I mean, not a lot left on Rotom, so, it's still risky bringing Rotom in on Sizer. I'd go Sizer here. I'd say Sizer is the play. I mean, you can go Flygon if you really want to get locked into something, but you're kind of limited on a Flygon switch. It's just based on it. He's going to go Swampert. Alright, so Skarmory gets to roost here probably, or lay spikes, whatever it wants to do. And you're basically forced to what? Earthquake? And he's going to Earthquake probably. No, he's going to Waterfall. That's game. I mean, I don't understand that. I just don't get it. I don't... How much are you speed creeping? Spain. I think you have to expect every Skarmory to be sitting in the 190s. And so I'm interested to see after this game where the Swampert is. Maybe it's a Choice Band Swampert. He's going to Waterfall again. That does 21%. I mean, that is heinous. So it's not a Choice Band Swampert then. There's the Earthquake. You're only doing 55% with that. Where was that on the obvious roost? I'd have let him get a layer of spikes up to do that. But again, Sizer was the play because Sizer was a good combination of, you didn't have to guess based on Ice Beam and Earthquake what move he was going to use. I mean, this game match is absolutely over. You know, if he had brought Sizer in there, like I discussed, and you superpower, you kill him if he doesn't roost, you kill him if he does roost, and you limit his switches. So now Linken going to do what he does best. He's just going to go ahead and stall with Skarmory, knowing that there's really nothing left that Spain can do aside from freeze him here. Is he going to go for... No, he's just going to keep waterfalling. This is a leftover Swampert. I don't really know why it's running waterfall. You know, it is what it is. I think this is... Let's see where we're at in the series now. I think this is going to put Doc up 4-3 with only Strider versus Pink Label left. Very, very good final series despite all the, you know, all the extracurricular stuff going on. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call this game over. I mean, this is not a Swords Dance Sizer by any means. And that's the only kind of Sizer I could see pulling this game back. Here's the superpower. Where was that? Look at that. I mean, he's made it closer now, but that should have been his immediate play instead of bringing out Swampert. And I hope he's understanding that now. All right, come on, guys. Let's just pull the ripcord here. I don't think there's a ton left that needs to be... Well, I mean, you know, I say that, but whenever you've got Scarf Flygon left, you know, I don't know... Infernape's faster. So if he's got something like Hidden Power Ice, even a close combat, Infernape is faster. And I think at this point, Infernape's getting extremely close to just sweeping with close combat. What was that play? There's Sweet saying why. Ooh, boy, Spaint. Just when you thought there might be a tiny tendril of hope that creeps into the game and re-illuminates the you know, it's over. That should do it. At this point, I guess you outrage, but by outraging, you are allowing Infernape to revenge kill. You can't Earthquake. What, you can a Thunder Punch, I guess, maybe? Even U-turn doesn't do enough. So you outrage. Here comes Infernape to revenge. And I think Infernape just sweeps at this point. Come on. You're going to go here. Why in the world would you do that? I mean, it doesn't matter. At this point, it really doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. Yeah, Dragon Pulse here. We get to see Linken's preference between Dragon Pulse and Hidden Power Ice, at least. See 26% come in. Oh, a Fire Blast. Just a BM GB Weed there. I think GB certainly enjoyed that Fire Blast. He's recently been outed as a regular Fire Blast user. But this should certainly seal up the game. We've got 40% left on Swampert. That's handled pretty easily by a combination of the rest of Linken's team. We see the HP Grass come in, so this is probably Expert Belt, Lumberry, Shukaberry, Pasho, something like that. He ran, and then Sizer is going to go down here. We could see like a Fire Blast miss and a Superpower connect here, but certainly Infernape comes in, and there's the Fire Blast miss, or Fire Blast connection. So that will end it. Good game. Linken, the winner, vaunted winner of the DPP Player of the Year, is holding his own in the finals. Defends the crown, gives his team his chance, gives his team the lead going into the final game, all the pressure on that match. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you all next time.